Hi everyone, welcome back to Homemade Homia. So in this week's video we will be reviewing and unboxing the Neom Wellbeing Pod essential oil diffuser and essential oil blends, as you can see here. Now, for anyone not familiar with Neom as a brand, they are a London-based fragrance business who basically focus on using natural ingredients and essential oils for home fragrances, and they do other items as well, but I think by all accounts home fragrances in their various forms are their main component of their business. We have previously tried quite a few different products from Neom, and that includes reed diffusers as well as candles like this one here. Overall, my experience is somewhat mixed in that they do have lovely scents, but sometimes they can be quite subtle, and so may struggle to fill a room. Now, as a household, we do enjoy using various different types of fragrances and home scents to make the house smell as nice as can be, and maybe in future I'll do a video that covers our top 5 favourite ways to scent a home. Do give this video a thumbs up if you would be interested in seeing that video. In particular, we enjoy having the house smell really nice if we've got guests coming over, and one thing that we've been looking to invest in is a essential oil electric diffuser. And if anyone's been in the market for these, there's been a recent explosion in options with a quite marked variation in price points, from very affordable to really expensive options, and probably this Neom Wellbeing Pod is one of the more premium, pricier options on the market, but certainly one of the selling points of this is that it has a inbuilt light for mood lighting, as well as a quite attractive design, so it can sit well within a room. Let's see what it's all about. So this is the box that it comes in, and it is a very nicely packaged item, and as you can see, their brand ethos: 100% natural fragrances, ethically sourced, no harsh chemicals or artificial colours. And certainly this is one of the major selling points of Neom as a brand, and generally that the fragrance market is certainly moving in that direction. So I can see why the brand has gained a good following. So when we slide open the box, you're greeted with the Neom electric diffuser, which has this kind of plastic covering, instruction manual, and then all the plug components underneath. So quite simply packaged, clearly laid out. And this is how it looks like unboxed. So in terms of dimension, this is approximately 15 centimeters in height and 9 centimeters in diameter. I have just propped it on a candle box, and this is the Wellbeing Pod with the plastic wrapping taken off, and it is actually very chic, and I can see why it has proven popular. So it's got a matte quilted finish with the Neom name embossed inside, and it's a ceramic rather than plastic covering. It's got this gilt or gold trim at the base, so quite subtle and classy rather than anything too garish, which again is a nice feature, and as I say, it would sit well with quite a lot of people's homes. And the fact that it's a kind of a just off-white is not too off-putting for people. Down here at the bottom you've got the buttons with the light that comes with the Wellbeing Pod, which gives a nice ambient lighting, and then the duration at which you want the Wellbeing Pod to mist the essential oil. In terms of its construction, it's a pretty simple device. So it's got this ceramic lid that covers a simple plastic container with a lid, and then inside is a vessel to put your water and drop your essential oil mix. And if I just bring it from round the edge here, you'll be able to see air outlet. And if I swivel it round and says, if it will focus, it says drain side and gives you a maximum there. So relatively straightforward, I would imagine. So in terms of the Wellbeing Pod, the recommended retail price is £90, which, as I mentioned, is on the kind of upper end of electric oil diffuser pricing. Now, these do come on sale or offer periodically, and we managed to get hold of this just over £60 on Naturismo, but it's widely sold, including on the Neom website, but on various different retailers. So it's worthwhile having a look at what options there are. I would say that my initial impression prior to seeing it in the flesh was that it was a bit overpriced for what it is. £90 is steep for what is a relatively straightforward product. As I say, we managed to get hold of it at a discount, which made it a bit more attractive a purchase. But what I will say, having seen it in flesh now, it is a nicely made product, and certainly compared to some others I've seen in person, this is an attractive design, quilted effect. It's all quite chic, so let's hope it works. So I'll just put this to the side and then get the oil set out. So this is the Neom Wellbeing Essential Oil Blend. It's a set of 4 10-minute essential oils, which retail at £60 is the RRP. Again, they do periodically come on offer, but individually these essential oils would retail at about £20 each, which is, again, for essential oils probably on the upper end of the scale of pricing. So the 4 that come in the set are Make You Happy, a happiness essential oil blend, a Feel Refreshed essential oil blend, Boost Your Energy, a De-Stress essential oil blend, and a Sleep, Perfect Night Sleep essential oil blend. And we'll probably go into the components of each blend over the course of the review, just to give you a bit of an idea as to what they actually contain. So the plan is to test drive the oil diffuser and essential oils over the coming weeks, and hopefully I'll be able to give you our first impressions and overall thoughts, and whether we would recommend this or not. And the real key elements for us are value for money, whether the fragrance works and fills a room, and any issues or annoying elements that we've discovered. And the final thing I'd be quite interested in, and this is what had previously put me off slightly, was some people have previously mentioned that the diffusers can start giving off a bit of an unpleasant damp smell, and so clearly that's not the desired effect. So I'd be interested to see if that is the case with us, or whether periodic cleaning of the device will help. Now this is how the Neom Wellbeing Pod looks in action. So you can see there's the ambient light on, and I'm just going to zoom in. You can see that quite gentle flow of mist that's coming from the top. And if I just zoom out to see it's how we've placed it, so we've placed it on the console table around or near to the entrance, and I think it sits quite nicely there. It's a reasonable space, so it'll be interesting to see if the house starts filling up, or at least the hallway starts filling up with the scent. The one we've started with is De-Stress, which is a lavender based scent. I've put 7 drops in. The mix they recommend between 5 and 10. I'll be interested to see whether that is strong enough or whether we need to up that. The scent itself is lovely. It just seems like quite a subtle one. It's a spa-like scent, so we'll see whether it is effective at filling the space with that smell. Hi everyone, another evening and another try of the Neom electric essential oil diffuser, or the Wellbeing Pod. Today I am using a different scent. It's the Make Me Happy scent, which I believe contains neroli, mimosa and lemon, and this one, in terms of a scent, is much more up my street. And last time I used 7 drops and I felt that it didn't have a very punchy effect on the hallway, so today I've gone to the top end of the recommended range and I've used 11 drops. They recommend 5 to 10, so I will see whether this makes a difference. Fingers crossed. I have to say, almost immediately the scent is much more noticeable, and it actually is a really lovely scent, this Make Me Happy. So the Wellbeing Pod has been running for a couple of hours now, and I must say that the whole hallway smells absolutely wonderful. Really fresh, citrusy smell. So I'm not sure whether it's the scent itself that is just a bit more noticeable than the De-Stress scent, or whether it's because I used a few more drops this time, but definitely much more impressive. Hi everyone, welcome back to my final update and how I'm getting on with the Neom Wellbeing Pod. So far we've been really enjoying using the electric diffuser. My main reservation has been that some of the Neom scents are quite subtle, and even if you use the higher end of the drop scale which they recommend, so around 10 drops. Sometimes the subtlety of the fragrance means that it doesn't necessarily fill a large space. So for example, a hallway or a open plan space might be difficult to notice the diffuser scent. So what I wanted to check was whether that was the diffuser itself that was the problem, or whether it was the subtlety of the scents themselves, albeit they're nice smelling. And as I previously mentioned, my pick of the Neom scents so far has been the Make You Happy scent, which I highly recommend. But recently, the Aromatherapy Associates oil diffusers, or should I say diffuser oils, were on offer on a 50% discount, and so I got a couple. I've heard a lot of good things about Aromatherapy Associates, and similarly, like Neom scent, it's all essential oil based and all natural. And again, it's another UK based business. And the two I got were the Revive and Relax, as you can see, and the one I've got going at the moment is the Revive. And my initial impressions of the Aromatherapy Associates scents are that they're much more concentrated than the Neom scents, to the extent that they recommend 2 or 3 drops in their own brand diffuser, and even just smelling it from the bottle, it's much more concentrated in scent, which initially actually makes the scent, when you smell it in the bottle, a bit more unpleasant or just too powerful. But actually, I've put 5 drops in the Neom diffuser, and I've done this a couple of times now, and the scent, and the Revive one is so far the only one I've used of the 2, is really lovely, calming, spa-like, and actually fills the hallway. So so far I'm quite impressed by the Aromatherapy Associates scents. And so and the other good thing, I suppose, is that even if you buy the Neom diffuser, you can use alternate essential oil based oils to a similar effect. So by buying the Wellbeing Pod, you're not confining yourself just to Neom scents. As I say, I did use 5 drops here of the Aromatherapy Associates, which is a bit more, but I thought I'd be diluting it in a bit more liquid with the Neom diffuser, and it seems to work. So overall, I have to say, really enjoyed the Neom Wellbeing. So overall, I have to say, really enjoyed using the Neom Oil Diffuser or Wellbeing Pod. It is pricey, and the essential oils are pricey. So just to give you an idea, on sale, the pack of 4 Neom, the pack of 4 Neom oils, which 10 mils each, were on offer at £50, so that works out at £12.50 each, but the full price per one is up to £20, whilst the Aromatherapy Associates version was 50% off to £12.50, so both a similar price, but as I mentioned, this is a more concentrated scent, and so you use fewer drops per usage, but in either case they will last quite a number of uses. And you can see here the fluid level line after a couple of uses, so that gives you an idea as to how many uses this will provide. And so when you compare that to a candle, it is much better value, especially for the higher end candles. And I will also say that the that it's worth trying a few different scents from a couple of different companies to find, firstly, scents that you like, and secondly, ones that are appropriate for different uses. So as I mentioned, one might be good for your bedroom at night when you want a relatively subtle, gentle fragrance. But when you're having guests over and you're putting the Wellbeing Pod in your hallway or in a large space, you want to be able to smell the scent, and so a different scent would be appropriate. The final caveat I will mention here is that it is attached to a lead, and I don't know whether you've seen the lead there. It's not battery operated, it's electric operated. At least this version is, which I can imagine might be annoying for some people, and can be a bit of an eyesore. Functionality wise, it probably is for the best, but certainly especially if you're having guests around and you want to avoid unnecessary wires hanging around, that may well be a big issue for certain people, and so do bear that in mind. So overall, I would highly recommend it. Great gift for yourself or a loved one. As always, summary points to come, and any questions feel free to ask in the comments below. See you for the next video. Now this is how